Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here. I'm going to try to do 3 VRs or video responses quick as I can. Got a storm blowing in here, losing the light. So first would be the Baron of Briar for Boca de Boynton. Thought about this quite a bit, which is a funny thing to do because it's just honorary titles. Even so, it's taken me a while to center on my 3 targets. So the Baron of Briar. I thought about briar blues, I think like a lot of people do. And I think he would be a good fit for that. However, the person I've settled on is cane rod piper. The man really seems to love his briars, and he knows them inside and out, fixes them. So I'm gonna go cane rod piper. There was 2 mics, I chose one of them. Okay. With an honorable mention to Sue Dunhill, who is briar royalty. The Prince of Perique is the one that threw me a bit, though, because I had a hard time thinking of anybody that's a real Perique junkie. I'm sure there is someone, they're just not coming to mind. The only person that I could really think of that's done a handful of videos specifically on Perique is Eddie Gray at the Pipe Nook. So, Prince of Perique, Eddie Gray. And the Tsar of Nicotine. Came down to 2 guys for me, and one, the honorable mention, will be the Honorable Sir Everett Young. But I think I'm going to elect Yardism, because nicotine doesn't seem to have any effect on him. I watched that man smoke, I believe it was 3 cigars in a row one night on a live stream, and I watched him smoke multiple bowls of just pipe after pipe of Haunted Bookshop and Old Joe Krantz, seemingly with no effect. If I smoked 3 cigars in a row, I would be probably laying on the floor with the spins and making promises that I didn't intend to keep. So there's my 3. I'm going to throw another one in here because that's the kind of mood I'm in. Another category, the Review Meister, or Meister of Reviews, I think. Beans 316. So the next VR, this took briar blues. 3 pipes. The one you reach for the most. Now, again, I'm going to throw some honorable mentions in here because I'm not that good at following the rules or making up my mind, especially about things like this where it really isn't true for me anyway, but close enough. So, the one I reach for the most is this one. It's Westchester, made in England, 9436. I got this pipe used. It's pretty caked up because that's how I like my pipes. Most of them. I guess there's a few that aren't. It was quite over-reamed. The bowl is almost oval in shape on the inside. So I've built the cake and then rounded the cake. And it smokes well. It's a wonderful smoker. It fits my hand well. It's very lightweight. It hangs just right. honorable mention pipe I reach for all the time is this Savinelli 606 KS. I probably smoke this pipe slightly less than this one, and I smoke this one every day that I smoke, which is most days. But I tend to enjoy this one when I'm reading or driving, because it stays out of my line of sight, whereas this one is often right in it, which is okay. But second category being the pipe that smokes the best. Once again, all caked up. This is a Booch Shokan 1650 Canadian. I actually had the first smoke in this pipe in a YouTube video. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. Or 7 years ago, I can't remember. This is consistently one of my best smoking pipes for burley blends and flakes. The honorable mention, or placeholder, would be this old Peterson Shamrock. Another pipe that was used when I got it, in terrible shape. And I recently left this one sitting on top of my car, and it rained that night. That was months ago, but it's only now, just now, getting really to being back. Another excellent smoker. I've had this since I was in high school. I've been smoking this over 20 years? 20 years? I don't know, something like that. Beautiful grain too, just lovely. As usual, probably won't show up where the damn, but that's alright. A pipe that surprised me. A couple years ago, or a year and a half ago, I was out visiting family in eastern Pennsylvania, and I went to the pipe shop that I used to go to when I lived out there, when I was 18, 19, 20. And I wanted to pick up a pipe to celebrate the occasion. Not being a wealthy man, chose to buy a basket pipe, which there were a lot of. So I very carefully picked through them all. Found one that mostly appealed to me visually and also had good drilling. Straight right in the bottom of the bowl. Centered and also right in the bottom of the tobacco chamber. The only stamp on it is Italy. It's darkened up some, but it's kind of a almost an off-putting orange color. But it is really a beautiful sandblast. It's not a large pipe at all. I'll wait out the wind here, I hope. Man, that's cold. And the break-in process on this pipe was not fun. Although mechanically it smoked well, it didn't taste good for a long time. It was one of those things that I almost gave up on, but I've broken in enough pipes that I just kept it up knowing that it would likely get better, and it did. Excellent smoker now. I only smoke, what we call English blends in this pipe, or Oriental heavy blends. It's a good one. Smoke's cool now. Very flavorful. Second place holder on that is this old Omega that I recently picked up. I guess it's not really a P-lip because it doesn't angle up. You can run a pipe cleaner right through it easily without bending it. But it's an old pipe and the draw hole is very small, which I usually would kind of expect to smoke like a blast furnace. But this one doesn't. And also, it's beat. It looks nice on the outside, but it is beat up. Somebody smoked the hell out of this pipe for a long time. They just took good care of it. It's got some burnout on the inside. It's not terrible, but it does make the draft hole sit about right here because of the burnout. So there's a lot of space under it. So what I tend to do is pack a little dry tobacco down there, something I'm not smoking anymore. And then I pack the pipe on top of it. And what I find that this pipe smokes beautifully is Peter Stockeby Cube Cut. So I'm quite surprised by this pipe. It looks nice on the outside, but because of the condition of the inside of it and the small draft hole, I didn't think it would smoke well. It does. You just have to know how to treat an old girl like this. So two tobaccos I don't like. And I'm forgetting who did this one because I've watched so many of these videos. Was it Buckeye Piper? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. This was... the first one was easy. It's one of the few tobaccos that I really don't like and wouldn't smoke. If that was all that was left, I wouldn't be smoking anymore. And that is Paladin Black Cherry. Sorry, Paladin Piper. No offense, man. You can have all of it. I don't want any of it. And I can't really think of another one. Unless it's Captain Black Grape. No. No. I don't think so. I would rather smoke. Gosh. Borkum Riff Cherry than Captain Black Grape. Not to end on a negative note, but, you know, that's where we are. So, hope y'all are enjoying your pipes and the fallout of all the money a lot of you probably spent on sales deals during International Pipe Smoking Day. And, yeah, take care. And, you know, get outside.